So this video is for people that have had unpleasant experiences, whether it's with respect to relationships or even maybe past marriages or family members that didn't have so nice experiences. It so happened that my wife wasn't always enthusiastic about getting married. As a matter of fact, she showed me shege while we were dating. I thought we were dating only for me to discover that I was dating myself. But she made that transition at some point, and then she joined me in the relationship that I was in with myself, basically.
I think it was a gradual switch. I don't think it was like an on and off. I think I just warmed up to it slowly. So growing up, I was surrounded by lots of single moms, dysfunctional relationships. I know someone who was close to us who had she was in a relationship that there was domestic violence, and I remember my mom was always counseling her to leave for her life's sake. And someone else was in an emotionally abusive relationship. Someone else was polygamous. It was just everywhere around me. There was just a lot going on. I can count on my fingers the wholesome marriages that I was exposed to growing up. And my mom had married someone who loved her. Like all my cousins talk about how much my father loved my mom, and their relationship lasted for less than 3 years because he was ill and he passed on. So growing up, I just had that. What's the point of marriage? What's the essence? Like just live a great life, be happy with God, and meet your goals and all. That's the attitude I had. But my mom used to insist while growing up, pray for your husband, pray for your future home. We used to have regular family devotions where that will happen, whether I liked it or not. I would pray for a future husband. And then my aunt, Professor Bola Ironli, it was towards the end of secondary school. She noticed the apathy I had, and she would ask me questions, and I was like, "Is it compulsory to marry? I'm not interested." And she would say, "No, say that." And she'll make me say, "Oh, we have a beautiful home," and I know. And she embodied a beautiful home also. So yeah. So, but growing older, I remember when I met him, he was so into me, and for me, it was scary. Like I didn't feel like I had the bandwidth to be committed to him for the long haul. I wasn't sure, and so I just felt like instead of breaking this guy's heart, let me just stay away. I know, but he was kind, and he was extremely patient. He was extremely patient with me. Extremely patient with me. And somehow I got sucked in, and I think it was his kindness and his patience that really did it for me. And 10 years in, he's still that way. So yeah, that was it. And then I exposed myself to good content on marriage. Also, I remember when I met him, we got reading a lot of books on marriage and just seeing how easy it was. I remember it was Miles Monroe that just broke it down and simplified the whole concept of marriage and in the purpose and power of love and marriage.
Yeah.
And that was it for me. I remember once I read that book, I just decided that, oh yes, I can do this. It's not as daunting as it looks. And yeah, so that's it.
Thanks for sharing that. I know it's quite a personal story. What I picked from what you said, and I think will help anyone listening, is it's important that you expose yourself to the right audience, the right influence when it comes to marriage. And thank God for our wonderful special auntie, Professor Raleigh. I greet you. Thank you, Mark, for preparing the way for me. But even if you've had unpleasant experiences, even if you're from a home that was dysfunctional, maybe your parents' marriage didn't work, understand that doesn't have to be your experience. Expose yourself to the right influence. There are marriages that work, and then begin to do the work. In subsequent videos, we'll talk about a lot more about marriage preparation. All right, then. See you.